down there. It looks like a.
Looks like Texas.
Yeah, kind of looks like Texas hanging down with a little thing on the end of it.
Yeah. Sticking its tongue out at you.
That's India. So right in that big space across the top of it here, right along in there.
Okay.
Okay, right along in there. Yeah, India. Anybody need any help?
More than you can imagine.
Yep.
India's that guy, right?
Yep. Okay. Now, you see the word Asia. Okay, it ends with an A. So if you go just a little bit over from that A and down just a hair, that's China. So write China in there. Okay.
It's like off the lower right corner.
Yeah, over, right from the word Asia and down just a little bit. All right. Now the last one is now to the left of Asia. Okay, to the left
Still
of
in the pink. But,
still in the pink,
okay.
just to the left of Asia a little bit, and go down just a little bit. Write the word PAK, period, and that stands for Pakistan.
PAK.
Lower left of Asia.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now, we also have off of the coast on the far right, we have North Korea. We have Japan. North Korea's here.
Okay.
Is that the little thing that's attached to Asia, or is it the islands?
The islands is Japan.
Okay.
Yep.
So this little finger is North Korea.
Yeah, the little thing that hangs down there is North Korea.
Asia's lollygagger.
And then South Korea would be...
Well, we don't need South Korea. I mean, I just
that's where
yeah.
Carl's wife is
Yeah. So that little appendage right there is actually cut in half.
from. Okay.
So you got North and South Korea, okay?
Okay.
But the reason why North Korea is there because of the fact of something I'm going to share with you a little bit later. And the last place is Indochina or Indonesia. Excuse me, Indonesia. Now Indonesia is that one right there.
The big
Big
eye.
That one. You got it?
It's too long.
Yeah.
Okay. Now one last thing I want you to do. You see where Israel is.
Yeah.
And where Pakistan is. Okay, so you see Africa there, and it's got that little area that comes up right there. That is the Persian Gulf.
Okay.
Okay, this area right here, it's the Persian Gulf.
It's little tiny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
that one.
I want you to draw a line from the Persian Gulf up to the Black Sea, which is over here.
Where's the last thing?
Persian Gulf
Okay.
up to the Black Sea.
Is this the Black Sea?
Yes,
Straight
so you
north.
can that one.
Yeah, it's straight north.
So you can drive draw a line right up. Yep, that's good. Got it? Yep. Now the reason why that's the wrong one. This is the Black Sea right there.
Oh, that one is?
Yep. Okay.
No.
You just get the wrong one.
This one. Yeah.
Oh, it's,
Yeah. That line.
mine's the dark brown sea.
That line is the Euphrates River. It winds and stuff, and it goes up into the mountains.
Okay.
But the reason why I wanted you to draw that there is for a very specific reason. So I want you to above the word Asia. You got room there? Mm-hmm. You're going to write two lines.
Okay.
The top line, I want you to write Kings of the East. And underneath of it, I want you to write Revelation, REV 9:16 and 16:12.
9:16 and what?
Revelation 9:16 and 16:12.
So just put a semicolon between the numbers and you don't have to do Revelation again. Revelation 9:16, semicolon 16:17.
1612.
Oh, 16:12.
16:12.
I wrote the wrong thing.
Okay. Now, go up to where it says Russian Federation.
Okay.
And wherever you want to write it, I've got 3 lines here. The first one is Gog, Chief Prince. So it's Gog hyphen Chief Prince.
G-O-G.
Yep, G-O-G
Hyphen.
hyphen Chief Prince.
CHIEF.
Yep. And then the next line of Meshach and Tubal.
How do you spell Misha?
I was about to say, I'm not going to be able to do that.
It's M-E-S-H-E-K. And Tubal is T-U-B-A-L. T-U-B-A-L. Okay, so you've got Gog, Chief Prince of Meshach and Tubal. Okay? Now, underneath that, or somewhere in that yellow, write Ezekiel, EZK, 38 and 39.
38 and 39?
Yep.
Chapters, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Now, Europe, you see Europe there.
Yep.
I've got now up in the white area, up in here, up in this area, right up in here.
Okay.
Try and stay on this side of this yellow thing. Up in this area here, I want you to write revived Europe.
Like right in here.
Yeah.
East of Greenland or Iceland.
And then put revived Roman Empire. And then you're going to write Daniel 2 and 7.
Yeah, I should have brought my Bible. I'm going to keep this in there.
Okay? And Revelation 17, 12 through 14.
What were the numbers again?
Revelation 17,
17.
12 through 14.
Verses 12 through 15.
Yeah, verses 12. You now have everything in front of you that you need to understand what's going to happen in this world in the days to come. The Bible talks about the fact that there's going to be a revived Roman Empire. Today, Europe has become that revived Roman Empire. And it will become a unified thing. And that's exactly what we see over in Europe today. The Bible talks about the fact that there will be a war that will come that will be started in the Middle East around Israel. Okay? And the chief characters are going to be Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. So that battle is, you can find in Ezekiel 38 and 39, which is what you've got written
So
there.
that's Russia then.
Right. So how this is all going to kind of play out is the fact that there's going to be a conflict that's going to start in the Middle East. And right now, what's going on in the Middle East, Syria is right near that dot where we've got Israel. And right now, Syria is basically
A problem.
big problem. And Russia is one of the key players in Syria right
They're
now.
funding them.
Right. They've got their troops there and everything. So we see that what we've got is we got Russia already being a player in the Middle East. Serious stuff going on there. And you don't hear about it in the news today because the news people are too busy talking about how Donald Trump is a bad president. Okay, after Russia or Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. And when you can read it in Ezekiel 38 and 39, what's going to happen is God is going to destroy Gog. And after he destroys Gog, there will be a leader that's going to come on the scene that is going to bring influence to bring peace into the world, and that person is going to be the head of the revived Roman Empire. This is what we read in Daniel 2 and 7 and Revelation 17, okay? After that takes place, and the reason why I had you draw that line of the Euphrates River, the book of Revelation in chapter 9 and 16 talks about the fact that the kings of the east are then going to come against Israel. And they're gonna come across the Euphrates River. Well, the only people that can come from that side of the Euphrates River are these people that we can label as the kings of the East. So I've got Pakistan, India, China, Indochina, Japan, and North Korea listed on your map, right? Why did I choose those? For this reason. Here are the populations of those countries. Number one, these are rankings in the world. Number one ranking population in the world is China, with 1.4 billion people. If you want these numbers and stuff, you can get them from me here. I'll just leave this out if you want to do that. India is second. They have 1.3 billion people. The U.S. is number 3. Okay, so now China's got 1.4 billion. India has 1.3 billion. The United States is number 3, and it has only 329 million. Both China and India have 1 billion more people than the United States do. Indonesia, which is another one that's on there, has 269 million. They're number 4 on the list.
And they're that little spot.
Yeah, they're that little spot there just a little bit south of the Philippines there. Number five is irrelevant because that's Brazil, which is in South America, and that's 212 million. But number six is Pakistan. There's Pakistan now with 207 million. So we've got Pakistan, India, China, and Indonesia. We've got the top, within the top 6, and they're on that side of the Euphrates River that the Bible says is going to be dried up for the kings of the east to come. And it says that the armies of the kings of the east will total 200 million. Now that's an interesting number. By the way, Russia is number 7 on the population list with 144 million. Those are the top 7. Okay? Now, as far as if it's going to be an army that's going to come across the Euphrates River, how's that army going to be made up? China, number 1 military in the world, 2,183,000 people in their army. India has 1,395,000 in their army. North Korea has 1,190,000 people in their army, and Pakistan has 653,800 in their army. Now you say, but wait a minute, that doesn't add up anywhere close to even 200. That's like 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 7 million. What about the other? China has 200 million in what is called the People's Militia. And if you read Revelation 9:16 and Revelation 16:12, you'll see exactly what this army of the kings of the east is all about. So if you want to write underneath China or up in that Asia area there, or by kings of the east, it's the same verses that I already got.
Right.
It's Revelation 9:16 and 16:12. All right, that's all I got. Oh, by the way, just so you know, people wonder, well, what's the United States going to be doing with all this? You know what you can do? Take your piece of paper,
Fold it.
and fold it just like that. because that is totally irrelevant. We don't know what, but for whatever reason, God is just going to go,
Unless we're helping Israel, that's about it, yes.
this is God's focus. This is God's focus. This is what he's dealing with. And if you want to know the end times and what's going on in the world, it's on the other side of the world. It's on the other side of the world. And it's exactly why I believe, my opinion, it's exactly why I believe we don't hear anything about what's going on the other side of the world when it comes to this kind of stuff today. Very little. You have to really do a lot of digging to find out anything about Russia, China, Pakistan, India. You got to really dig. And unless the president's going over to North Korea, you don't hear anything about them. All right.
That's it.